I got to work this morning. I really wasn't feeling the shit any damn way. But I got here this morning. And I got a favorite client. Well, actually, I got a lot of favorite clients. But this couple has been together for 45 years. And her husband is like OG. He rough, been in gangs, drink beer, smokes words. I mean, you know, you're OG. His wife's real quiet, and her birthday is 812 and mine 218. So we always say we gonna play the number and get rich. She like 69 or 60 something. And I got her today and they said she died. I have never in 12 years not seen him with her or her with him. And they may come down and she may make me a sweet potato pie for the holidays, and you know, and I talk to them a lot about stuff, and he says that he's never been to sleep in 45 years without her. And I feel so bad for him. You know, I feel so bad for him. And you know, I think about death a lot, and I think about dying, and I think about what ifs. So on my way walking out, I got a phone call from a lady. I do her whole family taxes. She said, I'm calling you about my sister. I'm letting you know that she passed away yesterday. They brought her back. She ain't born. She's on life support. She's 34. What happened? She said she was stressed. She had lost her job, lost her house. Very independent. You know, she used to doing for herself. And she had a heart attack. She was just stressed the fuck out. Now she on life support. So I don't think I'm going to be at work. I think I'm going to visit Unc, because I call him and his wife Unc and Auntie. I don't know what I'm going to say to him. I think I'm going to stop and get him some KFC, because he like KFC, and his wife ain't there to cook for him, because she cooked every day for 45 years. I'm going to go to Barnes on the 8th floor, and I'm going to sit with her. And they say she's unconscious, so she won't know that I'm there. Last summer at this time, one of my closest friends that I work with every day, she's been working for me for maybe like 8 years, and younger than me, she had a heart attack. She died 27 times. If you would meet her, you wouldn't know anything is wrong with her. Every day from June to August, I was in the hospital 2 to 3 times, sitting with her last year every single day. A lot of people have been saying, you know, you haven't been making videos. I've been going through like real shit. But I never want to change who I am, and I never want to change what I do. You know, I talked to Taryn. Me and Taryn was talking about the reason that we started YouTube, and I started for free therapy. I started to just share my experiences, and I never want my channel to be dumbed down. And I don't give a fuck if people don't like the way I talk, and I don't care if people don't like that I curse, and I know that I'm the difference between rap and hip hop. I know that I'm going to talk about shit that nobody talks about. I never want to be a bubblegum channel. I don't want to get on here and talk about makeup and hair, and I don't want to get on here and talk about a whole bunch of fluff. I don't like fluff, and I don't really like fluffy motherfuckers, and I don't got no problem with YouTube fluffy motherfuckers. Because the difference between me and most people, they started as a business. I never started YouTube as a business. I started it as a passion. I won't even call it a hobby. So I never started YouTube to talk about bullshit. We got our sons getting killed every day. Our men are like unemployed. We got homeless people on the street. Who gives a fuck about this lipstick? It's like, it's so many things happening in the world, and we just fluff. We waiting on a new iPhone 6 to come out. We fluff. A fucking world full of fucking fluffers. That's all the fuck we do, is talk about bullshit and reality hoes and TV shows and what you doing, nothing. All you hear, what you doing, nothing. How are you doing nothing when there's so many people that needs to be served? How are you doing nothing when people are just dying every day and you ain't telling them how you feel? And I don't have a major following or a huge following, and I never wanted to feel like I had a following. That's why I spelled my name the way I did. I never told people subscribe and none of that shit. I never wanted to be found, because to whom much is given, much is fucking required. And if you sitting up here talking fluff all day, I don't think God is pleased about fluff. Not when God's work needs to be done, and God put us here to do the work. So what the fuck do you think he got all these motherfuckers here for? For fluff? There's so much work to be done, and I feel like I'm one person. But I know that if you add up my social media, it's 40,000, over 40,000 people who follow me on different platforms. If I got over 40,000 people following me on different platforms, if 10% of those people, 1% of those people got up and did something once a week worthwhile, volunteering or helping somebody or paying it forward, leaving your change and pay for somebody else's food, and every day I make sure I do a good deed before I go to bed, or I can't go to sleep. I've been doing it, shit, I can't even tell you when I started. I don't even think I was 20. I do a good deed every single day, or I can't go to sleep, because my day is not done. If 1% of the world, not even the world, just my followers would just say, you know what, I'm going to do one good deed. I am going to do something. I'm going to see someone homeless and give them a bottle of water, which may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot. It's a lot. We don't throw away leftovers. We make plates and pass them out to homeless people. We go to the nursing home and just drive by and go in and volunteer. Hey, what I'm going to do? Sit in front of the TV? I don't watch reality shows because reality is happening. I don't have time for bullshit basketball bitches when people are falling dead and I ain't told them that I loved them in a while. And it was so funny. I was over my aunt's and we were over there just talking, and everybody was like, I got to get home because the reunion is on. We spending time together, and y'all got to go home to watch some people that y'all don't even know and probably will never ever meet, and they ain't talking about nothing that's going to benefit us as a people. It's just we got the blinders on and we can't take them off, and I sometimes feel trapped between African and European, and I just can't escape. Sometimes I just want to go. I just want to get in my car and do something bigger than myself. I want to be something bigger than myself. I want to make a difference. I don't give a fuck about numbers and sponsors and fuck that. Fuck that shit. I don't want to be watered down. I don't want to be watered down. I'm not going to be watered down. Not for a man, not for a sponsor, not for followers, not for views, not for money. The revolution will not be televised. Because we all in front of the TV watching bullshit shows. I'm so glad for Christmas I gave them a Christmas card. I'm so glad that I always made sure when I went to the store and thought about them. I got y'all some extra, some alkaline water. I'm so glad that I do things for people when I don't have to. I'm so glad I call and say, how you doing? But it's just, it's not enough love to go around because we so goddamn worried about motherfucking scandal. You sitting up all day worrying about this man fucking this white ass president. You ain't got shit to do because you sitting in front of the fucking idiot box. It's too many goddamn people. Oh my God, I can't. I don't even know. I think I supposed to have been born in the fucking 60s. I'm sure of it. I remember when Dick Gregory and Catherine Dunham came down to do a fast in East St. Louis for apartheid. And I was so excited. I got a chance to see that. I got a chance to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I live a life so unfulfilled because I'm so scared to quit my job because I'm safe. Now, this is 6 kids, and I have to be responsible. I have to be safe. I have to be the go-to girl. I have to make sure my shit is in order. Then I have 2 kids of my own, so I have to make sure that they have what they need, and I'm not asking nobody for shit, period. So I have to make sure that they're clothed, and I have to make sure that they're sheltered, and they have the best education, and I have to make sure that everybody's okay because that's my job. I take care of people. But sometimes I wonder who will take care of me. I wonder sometimes if I get sick, who would take care of me? I wonder if I die tomorrow, is it enough room in my coffin for unfulfilled dreams? I always use phrases like emotionally bankrupt, and I use phrases like emotionally nude. And I think that I'm more spiritually bankrupt than anything. God did not design me to live small. I know it. I've always known it. I never thought I was better, but I knew I was different. I knew I was different when I was a candy stripe at St. Mary's Hospital at 7 years old, and I would read to the people. I knew I was different. When I was the only teenager who would take my weekends and volunteer at homeless shelters, I knew I was different. Not better, but different. I have a life that's so unfulfilled because I'm always playing it safe, and it's so much work to be done. And I think about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and I'm older than they were when they died. We think they were so old. They weren't so old. They died in their 30s. But we're so scared, and we play it safe, and we're just sheep being led to slaughter. I have decided to tell the truth about everything. Some things I don't discuss anymore because I became the sacrificial lamb so many different times on so many different topics. It was heavy. It was really heavy. But if I won't carry it, who will? If I don't challenge myself and you, who the fuck will? Nobody gives a fuck about your soul. We worried about the goddamn twist outs. We not worried about spirits and people and homelessness and shelters. If every one of these goddamn natural hair hoes with these 50 million gazillion followers would say, okay, we gonna have a food drive here, do you know how many motherfuckers would go to bed full? Like real life. If these makeup people will go and say, okay, I'm going to ask some of my followers to come here and we're going to speak at a school about girls with self-esteem. You know how many lives that we can save as a group? I don't give a fuck about no goddamn eyebrows and makeup and fucking hair. It's just, I get so frustrated, and Mike calls them armchair activists. Not me. Not me. Not me. And I'm not raising armchair activists. When I tell my kids, hey, it's work to do, it's work to do. It's work to do. You know, we sit up and, you know, it's okay to chill and relax, because I'm so all or nothing. I don't gray. When I'm in the paint, I'm in the paint. I don't rest. So I have to learn to get back to the middle. I'm all or nothing. So I'm learning where my middle is, but it has to be somebody somewhere that's going to say, we're going to take our lives back. We're going to take our family back. We're going to rebuild our women. We're going to help our daughters. We go for real protect our sons. We go for real, instead of raising our daughters and loving our sons, we're going to love our daughters and raise our sons. How the fuck these men are going to be the head of the household when we keep fucking acting like they babies? I've dated 40-year-old men that they mamas call my baby. That could never be my man if he your baby. Because we not raising our men. And we're telling our daughters, you need to hurry up and you need to find someone and get married. But we're telling our sons, you don't need to marry, you need to sow your wild oats. So who are our daughters marrying? Each other. Everybody surprised? Why? When for years, you know, you need to get out there and people, my son a pimp, my son a player. Well, who will my daughter marry? Your pimp and your player that you raising? The world is so fucked up and I'm so frustrated, and I done jumped 50 subjects, but I'm just mad because I just wish I could just drive. Just been I hope this message was for somebody other than myself, because I've been talking almost 20 minutes. I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. I've been crying. I've been thinking. I've been blessed to know Uncle and Auntie, and I've been blessed to see somebody together for 45 years. They restored my faith and love, and I know it can happen. I realized by seeing my friend on life support from a heart attack, about work and money and a job, all this shit is, we in the matrix. I'm so stuck in the matrix, and when I say I'm stuck between African and European, I know better, but I don't do better, and I don't believe in God the way I should, and my faith is always shook, and I don't trust the way I should, because if I had faith inside of a mustard seed, I would have left years ago. but I feel like my family needs me. But the truth is I need me. But I will make sure that everybody knows the difference between rap and hip-hop. I am hip-hop. I'm not going to be a watered-down version of the truth and smiling and grinning for coins and trying to please the public and make sure I'm politically correct. I've never been fucking I wasn't even born politically correct. Born from 2 teenage parents, and my mother was still in high school. I was at my mother's high school graduation, and that's why I always felt as if my mother would never have had me. She had scholarships to go off to college, but she had me. So I have to be responsible, and I have to do the right thing, and I have to help with my brothers and sisters. And I have to always have money, and I have to always be able to do what needs to be done. But I'm done now. I'm done. My oldest sister's, my brother's 31, and my youngest sister's 18. She just turned 18, and I did more than a bid. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so ready for my someday to begin, and I think it's going to begin today. Because you never know what day is your last day. I want to move to New York, you know. Did I tell you that? If you follow me on Instagram, you seen I want to move. I think I'll go in and make me a plan. Give myself a date. I think it's time for me to leave soon. Take my kids and go. I'm going to go up to KFC and drop off some potato wedges because I like potato wedges. I'm going to sit up with P and talk to her. And even if she's not conscious, I want to tell her I love her like I always did. Then I think I'm going to go in Hobo Park and sit with the homeless people. And buy Subway sandwiches for us and sit in the park with my homeless friends and be envious of their freedom of time. And let them know that they're important. I've been talking for too long. Thanks for listening to me. It's funny, whenever I'm stressed, I make a video. Because I don't want other people to see me be this vulnerable. In person. Can't be crying. Let me get my game face on. I'm strong and I'm tough, and I make sure shit come out right. I handles business. That's what I do. Talk to y'all later.